Yeah, now that I'm not eating on camera
Yeah,
anymore
that's what I
here.
was kind of waiting for. Gina, Gina comes home. So tonight we have a great meal planned. Okay,
Hmm.
crab tacos.
That's gross.
What?
I don't like crabs. I love me some
Okay.
tacos,
Well,
but
it's seafood tacos. How about that?
oh, that's all you. I'm not trying to downplay it,
All
man.
right.
If you like a crab taco, what is it? Just the crab meat in the taco? What are you putting in it?
So I put crab meat. I put shrimp. I put
Take
a
me
little bit
there.
of pico de gallo.
Holy cow, you were just doing the whole C there, huh?
Hello, and thank you very much for downloading this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. You can download many more episodes at movieguyspodcast.podbean.com.
The first time ever in the history of Movie Guys podcast where both hosts is going to give this a bag of kernels. We're talking about Meg 2, The Trench. Never thought we'd get a sequel. Eric, how the hell are you doing?
I showed my hand too early when we talked on the phone, didn't I?
Well, no, because I was excited. I went into this knowing it was going to be terrible, just absolutely knowing. And it did not disappoint. This was god awful.
Yeah, this is
It's terrible.
fantastic. This is based off of a novel, by the way.
What? Is the first one based off the novel?
Let me Google that real quick. But as I'm looking at Meg 2, not the Meg, by the way, Meg 2, The Trench. It is a sci-fi action film, of course, based on the 1999 novel The Trench by Steve Atlin.
But the first Meg movie wasn't with anything.
God, I hope not.
Because that first one was terrible. We reviewed that one. I took a half a day of
Oh.
work. No, is it?
It is loosely based off the 1997 novel Meg, a novel
Nice.
of deep terror by the same author, Steve Atlin.
So they gave somebody a couple $100 check. I took a half day off of work to go see the first one in theaters because I thought we were finally going to get a good Jaws movie. Because the last time you and I saw a good shark movie, we reviewed it, I believe, was The Shallows.
Oh boy, I'm looking up Steve Atlin here, and there is a lot. We got a lot. This is going to be Fast and Furious of the Sea. There are 8 books. There are 8 Meg books.
What's the third one called? Trenchier?
Oh boy, and he's still going too. Hold on. So the first one is Meg, a novel
Okay.
of deep terror. Is this with the addition of Meg Origins and Meg Angel of Death Survival? Anyway, The Trench or Meg 2 is the sequel, and then the third is called Meg Primal Waters, followed by Meg Hell's Aquarium. It's getting better. Then Meg Origins, the ebook, which is a prequel, I guess, to all of this. This is another. I'm gonna keep on going. Meg Night Stalkers, 2016. Meg Generations, 2018, and then projected for next year, Meg Purgatory. There's a lot. Oh, he also wrote a book, a 3-piece series called The Lock, about the Loch Ness monster.
So this guy's tacky. Look, if the third Meg movie
Jordan.
comes out, if the third Meg movie comes out and it's called Primal Waters, then I'll eat my hat on air. I'll do something crazy on air.
This guy is from Philadelphia,
oof.
Pennsylvania. He's 64 years old. I would imagine that this is going to get made, right?
He knows that then. So, you and I kind of did a thing with Ed actually back in the day with the first Meg movie. Remember, we kind of did a few episode get ready for the Meg. We did Sharknado and we did Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah.
To kind of get ready for the Meg, because I mean, we thought knowing that the Meg was going to not be great, but we didn't think it was going to be terrible, and it was bad. So going into this one, I knew from the trailers this was going to be bad. What I didn't know was you said half, and I'm going to fight you on that. I'm going to say the first hour of this hour and 40-minute film is a Jason Statham movie.
Sure.
This movie has nothing to do with Megs until the last 30 minutes, probably. You seem shocked. What are you still doing?
I'm reading Primal Waters right now. This is amazing. Continue. I'm gonna close this because apparently it just is not getting any better. And I'll
Well,
let the viewers or the listeners Google this on their own and get all the plot. But it is
when you were
something.
reading the plot, though, do they have a character of Jonah who is
Oh yeah,
Jason Statham
Jonas
in the book?
Taylor.
Okay, okay, so they're following the books. So were you excited to see Meg 2? I mean, like, did you want a Meg 2? I mean, what did you think?
I wasn't excited to see the Meg, let alone Meg 2. I knew what this movie, or now movies, are going to be. This is a Sci-Fi Channel movie special. This is. Do you remember again when at least when I was a kid, when we were growing up, when the broadcast, the main broadcast stations would do those events, would do
Right.
those big mini-series events. Oh,
Just
three
Stephen King stuff.
nights. Yeah,
Yeah.
they would do that. This movie kind of feels like that a bit, but with just a bigger budget. And boy, is there a budget in this movie. So the expectations were already low going into it, and I wasn't expecting anything more than what we saw. I can't be disappointed by any of this movie. This is, listen, as a fan of Fast and Furious franchise, I'm gonna have to compare it to this, right? Because it gets ridiculous by the minute. It just keeps on going to the point where I would imagine Ben Wheatley, the director, is just like, you know what? We're gonna challenge people to see how long they can stay in their seats. I'm gonna keep on digging to see how bad I can make this movie, and sure enough, he did it.
Well, let's talk about it, right?
Let's talk about it.
So the movie opens up splendidly, right? Great, great cinematic, where you get the metaphor of the circle of life.
Yes,
Always a bigger fish, right?
always.
For some reason, this movie decides to start in the Jurassic period, uh, because, and it starts off with a bug getting ate by some, I don't know, some insect, and then the insect gets ate by the chameleon, and the chameleon gets ate by this made-up land sea creature
Yep.
that that a T-Rex then eats this land sea creature, to where the Meg eats the T-Rex. Credits. We're getting credits at that point.
Yeah.
Then we go 5 years from the first movie, and we follow Jason Statham and his crew. And I did not know this again because I don't remember anything from the first movie. We reviewed it, but he is Jason Statham is a I don't know how I'm trying to say this. He's an eco-friendly. I mean, he's all about marine life, right? Like
He's an environmentalist. Do you want to call him that?
he's PETA of the sea. You know, he stows on this ship. James Bond's, first of all, great introduction to. We get a shipping container, and Jason Statham is doing pull-ups with his shirt off just because.
Oh yeah.
Just because.
It's in his contract.
And he's on a ship, and they're dumping toxic waste, and he's just like, we're gonna James Bond this, and he gets into fights, and I just, what is this? I'm here to see a giant shark. What did
Yeah.
I turn the wrong movie on?
Yeah.
What's happening?
It did seem like a regular Jason Statham movie. It's how all of his movies kind of start almost, right? Or at least all of his action ones, right?
Just like Transporter 4 or 5, right? It's like,
Oh, pretty basically all of them. The Bank Job,
right. It's like, okay, so then
Crank.
he gets on a plane and he goes back, and we get some of the crew from the first movie, and he is funded by a new Chinese man,
Yes.
right? And
Well,
right,
it's from the events of the first film. The character in that one, his best friend, who a lot of these names, I apologize. We are both going to butcher this. I'm not going to pretend like I can speak fluent Chinese here or pronounce their names, but Zhu Ming,
Zhu Ming, okay.
Zhu Ming Zhang, I believe, is the kind of the CEO of this company of Mana One, right? And in Mana One, I don't know too much about the first movie, but it's a research facility, right?
Right. And he has, well, now, and Jason Statham is now the guardian of the little girl of the dad that died in the first movie, right? The
Yeah,
parents
because
died
the
or something.
parents died, and this guy who owns Mana One is the uncle.
Right. So now they're living. I don't remember either, but so they're living on this marine cliff base thing, and they have this huge pool behind them. And they don't say right away. They have this huge pool, right? And I'm like, don't tell me that they have a Meg in there. That can't be happening. And they're like, hey, 5 years ago, after we killed the first Meg, we found a baby Meg,
A
and
pup.
now a pup. And I'm going to go into the tank and blow a whistle, not blow a whistle, but tap a whistle, and the Meg won't eat me.
Yeah, he seems to, for some reason, think that he can train or condition the baby Meg.
Right.
Do.
This movie is trying, now again, movie, right? Suspension of disbelief, right, Eric? But what begins to really piss me off is that we as human beings in our reality cannot capture a great white shark. They die.
Yeah, a lot of
But
shark facts, by the way, too. I when I was looking this up, I didn't mean to cut you off. I realized they were old. That sharks are older than trees too. That was a fun read.
where did I see that at?
I was hoping that I wasn't
I
trolled
saw
on the
that.
internet again. It's one of those stranger than fiction facts kind
Oh,
of things,
yeah.
but
I saw one.
it's there. I had to double check on that one because I've been fooled by the internet before.
But we can't keep a great white in captivity. They die, but we're going to have a Meg. Right? I mean, we're going to have a Meg. That's in captivity.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a Meg.
We're going to have a Meg in this makeshift pond, and she's full grown, right? And they're funded, or this Mana One company is funded by a Sigourney Weaver lookalike.
Yes, a wealthy financier, Hillary Driscoll.
You might as well call her Sigourney. That's what she looks like.
Yeah, she definitely
Which,
does look like a lot of. I don't know. It seems almost weird that they have to have this person in like a her glass office, always holding a glass of wine.
right? Yeah, just don't have her here because you're already establishing that she's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, we're going to have villains in this movie. The villain should be the sharks. I mean, what?
You'd think after the movie
God.
is named Meg.
Right. So again, bear with us, people, because I'm gonna get pissed quick. So I'm foldy arms here at this moment, right? I'm not too mad. And the team is going to go to the trench underwater underneath this cloud thing, which is 25,000 feet under whatever surface, right? And now they're in no man's land, right? This trench area that people are not supposed to go, right? And Jason Statham and his crew have 2 submarines. They go through this mist, and all of a sudden they're just like, oh, yeah, there's Megs around here. It's okay.
Yeah, they exist. They're here.
So,
They've been
again,
here.
do I have to watch the first movie again? Did they establish that there was more than the 2 Megs in that movie? Like,
I think they theorized it and then they hinted at it like later on at the end. But to be honest, I don't remember a lot of the first movie.
well, remember the first movie? We find out there were 2 because they had a Meg that they were fighting, and then they captured it and they killed it.
Yeah.
But then the other Meg came and ate it. I'm skipping a lot of stuff, but okay, let me collect my thoughts here. So they're like, oh, there's Megs here.
Well,
They get
first off, you have to establish that in Mana 1, I feel like this is important to note, that they highlighted the exosuits that they were using, those mech suits that they had, and this is their MacGuffin, I guess, right? This thing allows them to do everything and everything, allows them to go underwater, allows them to, keep stable pressure. It allows them to do a lot.
yeah.
Punch through cement or pillars or anything like that, allows them to just move without any friction or interference at the bottom of the ocean. You could
I
throw a
bet that
punch without any problem.
I bet that crew that went down to see the Titanic wishes they had those suits.
There it is. I was wondering how we were going to get that joke in there somewhere.
Oh no, trust me, this joke is coming, especially when the face thing crushes. I'm just like Titanic. Whatever that thing is called, whatever that submarine was called, Discovery. I don't know.
Yeah. Which is because
I kept on thinking about that. Like they're talking about pressure, pressure, pressure. I was like, oh, the people got squeezed to death in the thing.
except if you're Jason Statham, because
Don't talk about that. Yes, you can. Okay, we'll skip it. Yeah, go ahead, please.
no. We'll get because we're
We'll
gonna
get there. We're gonna rip that. We're
Yeah.
gonna rip that to do with play. We're gonna. So Jason Statham and his crew go down to just explore. Spoiler, not literally. I'm just saying that to be a jerk. There's this underground secret volcano layer that has red paint on it.
It's a mining layer or mining facility.
Somehow these people are here. It's supposed to be a mystery that these people are here, and they're multicultural, they're Russian, Hispanic. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just
They're woke, Jordan. They got them all.
well, because a movie like this, you need to have Russians as the bad guy. You're right. You need to have some culture be the bad guy, right? Some other country has to be the bad guy. But this other facility is here. We don't know why. And then, okay, we find out that this bad guy is in another submarine, and he has two of his buddies down there mining stuff and also planning explosives. And the bad guy, Jason Statham's nemesis, sees Jason Statham and crew. So he says to his friends, I'm going to arm the bombs so they can get avalanche in the trench. And his friends are like, don't do that. We're not going to get out. And he's like, sorry, brothers. And then this massive explosion, which if you like space, if a bomb explodes underwater, do you hear it?
I wouldn't think so. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm sure that there's got to be something. I'm sure that it's muffled though, right? Because there's a lot of water, a lot of pressure there. So
Right.
I'm sure
Because you don't hear it in space.
yeah, there's not a whole lot. There's nothing to carry it through. Whereas here, it's water that would still vibrate through, right?
Right.
Just maybe not to the same effect.
Right. And then this trench is collapsing. They're going through it. Somehow they're surviving this. While this is going on, we see shark sex.
Oh, yes. Yes, we do.
Never thought I would say that in my life. But you know what?
That's where the budget went.
You and I talked about it before, and you were like, Jordan, there's shark sex in this. And I was imagining something ridiculous because this movie's ridiculous. All it was them really just spinning in a circle.
Yeah, that's all that was. I know you were expecting maybe some candles, maybe some wine.
I was expecting a sausage party scene. And then my wife and I are watching this, and I was like, there's two male sharks and a female. And she goes, yeah. I was like, somebody always gets pissed off in a three-way. Don't do that.
Don't king shame with the megalodons there.
Right. So so you have the apex predator, big Meg, and then you have like a medium-sized Meg, then you have female Meg. And they're mating, right? And the trench is collapsing. And then they survive, and then they have a stowaway Newt. I mean, random Asian girl. That's his.
Yeah, there's always a kid.
Always a kid. And Jason Statham's like, hey, we're going to put on these Avatar neck like suits, like these mecha suits, and we're going to walk 3 kilometers. So I Googled it because, I'm American. And that's like almost 2 miles, like 1.5 miles, 2 miles.
Underwater.
We're going to walk 2 miles
Luckily,
underwater.
One of those suits came in a child size.
Luckily. And then somebody was smart and said, we're not going to have enough oxygen. I mean, I don't know. Like 2 miles on land, I guess, is far, but doesn't seem that far. But right, these things could go through water like nothing, like you're strolling through the park, right? So
it's okay. They have guns.
Yeah, do they have guns or?
I don't know. They're some sort of projectile gun thing. It's not like a water pistol, but
Guns don't shoot
I
underwater.
guess it would be. These
Guns
ones
cannot.
do.
Yeah, because of gunpowder, they need a spark.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're like some sort of
Anyway,
charged looking thing, but
so the Megs are up there doing their Meg mating, and Jason Statham and his friends are walking right 2 miles, 3 kilometers to this base, and that is abandoned. Maybe they don't know. And we get victim number one. So he gets ate by a giant squid, possibly some jerk that's just bringing up the rear.
the giant octopus that never is addressed once in this flippin' movie.
It's addressed. You see it.
Oh no,
see
you see it, but tell me when one of the characters goes, "Oh, it's a giant octopus."
Or hey, that's a kraken. Or yeah, no, 100%.
Anything. There was a giant
Anything.
squid in the last movie. I remember that. And
Right.
even then, I feel like they were just like, "Oh, okay, that seems normal." But here, it's continue.
So he gets ate by a giant octopus, I'm assuming. And then, of course, you always have these jerks, right? You have these jerks that are walking and like, don't touch anything, right? And they have to touch things. And then they get this snake eel thing wrapping around a person. Oh, my God, ha, 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 been there, done that. And they're right there. They're at the base of the base, if you will, right? They're there, right? They have
the underwater mercenary illegal mining camp.
25,000 miles. Nobody has ever seen them. No radar detection, no naval, nothing has seen them dump this giant mining colony in the middle of the ocean. It didn't happen.
This is illegal. By the way, the lady, the financier, what the hell is her name again? Oh yeah, Driscoll. Hillary Driscoll. This was her funding this, and she was investing into Mana 1 to get that technology, the suit technology, and then other stuff so that she can, use it to farm rare earth minerals that could earn them billions.
They bring that up once.
Yeah, it's a crazy
That's all they
thing.
say. It's like, oh, we're going to completely break the law and completely kill people just so I can get earth minerals.
Well, it confuses to me. Well, like a lot of these bad guys, where they're just like, oh, it'll earn us billions. It's just like, I understand that, but you probably could have saved a few billion by not doing all of this.
How many billions did it take them to get down there?
Yeah, and then you invested probably a few more into Mana 1's company there too, and it's just like this woman. I don't know how she's making her money or how who's making the decisions there. By the way, that thing that is called a thermocline, that is like kind of the when they are when they're going down into the trench. It's the thermocline that disallows most people. It's a distinct layer of temperature in the body of water that changes, I guess, the world of the ocean.
Thank you.
Yep. So it's it's a calm, deep water. It's very cold down there. There's no current. It's just there.
Also, too, how did they put this underwater mining thing? Because when they drop it by helicopter, I'm assuming it probably did this motion, like a back and forth motion. It just doesn't boom sink. So anyway,
by the way, there's so much light down there. By the way, too, like they have it lit up as if it is some sort of James Cameron Abyss movie. It is lit up like a city down there.
Oh, it's so unbelievable. What's even more unbelievable is they get to the base of the base, right? That was my joke. And all of a sudden, these land/sea creature dog things are somehow still alive, not ate by any of the raptors. You know what I was thinking of? You said raptors, that was good. I was thinking of the two-legged things in Tremors 2.
Oh.
The Shriekers.
The Tremors. Yeah, the Shriekers.
The Shriekers. I was thinking the Shriekers. So let's call them Shriekers, right? Yeah. So here comes the Shriekers, right? And they're just attacking everybody. This one woman gets bite marks on her glass face mask, right? People are dying. Here comes the Megs out of nowhere, all three of them, right? Just chomping people up, right? We're go. And they finally get into the base, and we get the pressurized thing, and the woman's talking to the main, well, not the main guy, but like the investor, not the investor guy, but the owner of Man 01. And she's just like, come on, we got to get the water down because the pressure, help me. And he's like, you're going to make it. You're going to make it. And then her face, I wish this movie was R, because her face completely like just crushed.
Yeah.
Because of the pressure. And that's where I thought of Titanic again with the idiots.
Oh, by the way, those lizard-like creatures are called snappers.
That's a better name than shriekers. Those things are not real. Those are not prehistoric.
I can't imagine that they are, Jordan.
I was gonna say, well, I mean, hey, when we were kids, dinosaurs were lizards. Now they're saying that they're birds. This could have been around at that time.
It was evolution.
Just saying.
All right. Yeah, but
could have been. You don't know.
I was not there. No.
You're not there. So they finally get into the base. Now, for everybody that's listening, or if you're still listening, I'm not turning this off like we wanted to with this movie. You think at this point in time that the movie can't get any more, dare I say for ironic, stupider.
Sure.
We go to Stupid Town extremely quick. So Jason Statham and company are in this base. This base is housing, I don't know how many guys. Nobody's there. Everybody's allegedly dead. You're telling me there's only 3 guys in that giant base because the other 2 guys got blown up?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, I believe that Hillary was working with Montez, the kind of the threat, right? The Latin threat to Jason Statham here.
Right.
That they found out that they were outed. That's like, oh no, they discovered that they found us here, even though that there's a massive ocean, and they were able to find us. Probably because of those
the exact spot.
The lights were just kind of like Anyway, so I think she gave a kill order, right? It's just like push the red button to abort and destroy everything, and that's what the goal was, for him to just kind of get rid of everything and then breach. But yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of guessing at this point.
It's leaky. It's smelly. It looks like the ship from the Voyage of Demeter.
Does not look up to code. Yes.
No. And we get into Stupid Town, right? Again, where's the sharks? We're in a Meg movie, right? So they go from one side. This was called out in the movie. Oh, there's escape pods on the other side of the thing.
Well, hold on. You're missing a key part there, because they're in the airlock and then they're calling Mana 1 headquarters, right? And where they talk to Jess, the girl behind the computer, the blonde. And then Jess then reveals in this very situation that she's the double-cross, that she's been working for Driscoll this entire time. She's been employed for Man at One for years, but she's actually working for Driscoll instead. And she's also dating Montez.
Right. Do you remember, you're a movie fan. I don't know if you're a Bond fan like me, but do you remember Quantum of Solace?
Hey, sure.
Do you remember the beginning of that movie where
the 20-minute run scene there?
Excuse me. Do you remember in the beginning of the movie where they capture Mr. White, and Mr. White is being interrogated by Q and Bond, and Mr. White says, "We have people everywhere," and a random agent just starts shooting people?
Yeah.
And then the next scene, they go to the dude's apartment, the random agent that shot everybody, and they were like, and Q literally said this guy's been with the agency for like 10 years. Like, I've been to his wedding.
Yeah.
Right? These people, that agent and this Jess, are the greatest infiltrators ever. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, it's a lot.
Because the reason I brought up the whole Bond thing, Eric, was because it made me think of that when I watched this movie. Because they're like, oh my God, you've been working with us for years. We all know you. You're a part of the family. You're part of the crew. It'd be like if Ludacris was like, I was working for Jason Momoa this entire time. What?
That would be a plot twist. Man, did you just guess X2?
I probably did. But it's just, that's stupid. That's lazy writing, right? So we get into the airlock, and this is where Jess reveals herself. This is where Driscoll comes in as the bad guy. And Driscoll says, hey, Jess says, take the harpoon gun and shoot and kill Jason Statham in the heart. Pa, 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 right? And they don't do it. and here comes the water. They're going to flood. This is where yes, I was waiting all episode to say it. This is where we jump the shark.
Yeah, she ruins their escape plan by releasing all the escape pods, giving them one option because there's a sub on the other part of the.
There's a sub on the other side again where they originally were.
Yeah.
And then Jason Statham says, I'm going to have to go outside and swim to the other side. And somebody who is smart says, the pressure, you can't do that. And then the billionaire owner dude is like, not unless he puts water into his septum.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. How. But this is what we wanted, right? Like this is how.
No, because there's no shark. Like it'd be better if they were swallowed whole by the shark and they were trying to find ways to escape, a la Pinocchio. Like that would be funnier.
Is that like these sharks are massive and they are destroying everything, no matter what the size here. But they can't get into the airlock for some reason because that thing can hold. And Jason Statham, even though he let a little bit of blood out, the sharks can't smell the blood at all. And this was a good point that was brought up actually. When Sarah, when I forced her to watch this movie.
Oh, good God!
I didn't force her, but I had it on the background. What else is she gonna do? But the sheer size of these sharks, of these Megs here, for them to eat people would be like you chasing, everything just to grab like a half a peanut, right? It's
stupid.
These things aren't going to do anything for the appetite. It just seems ridiculous because there's so much other fish in the sea that these Megs could be eating, but they got a taste for the blood, like for the human blood.
There's no human blood. There's a scene later where it opens its mouth and there's a pool of humans in it, and it didn't even take a bite. They're just going to get devoured.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. So, but again, I was waiting. As soon as I saw the scene, Eric, I pretty much jumped out of my seat. I was like, I can't wait to talk to you about this. We just had a huge news story about pressure and underwater stuff this whole summer, and this jerk is going to 25,000 feet, just put water into his septum? What? And then swim 100 yards to the other side to then shoot a snapper coming at him to get into the air. Wow.
Yeah, and he's able to do it. He's able to do it.
So then he gets into the other side.
And then Montez saves him for some reason?
Yeah, he saves him for some reason, and then they have their fight. And then the other people are getting flooded on. Here comes water everywhere. And the scene prior where he was in the airlock, Jason Statham, he was ready to go out.
Yeah.
As soon as the water completely engulfed his head, blood came out of his nose. Didn't happen with these people.
Right.
Water comes over.
He was inviting the water into his sinuses so that it could pressurize his body.
What does that mean? Can you please tell me what does that mean? Does that mean every time I go underwater in my pool, I'm putting water in my septum? Like, what does that mean? Do you sniff? I
don't understand how they thought about that detail, but it's like you do realize that he has a whole body attached to that head there too, right? Like you're telling me that his arms aren't going to be crushed, like the rest of his body isn't just going to, get flat like
his
a pancake.
Chest?
Any of that. Holding your breath, it's like but.
So
we're having fun.
He somehow doesn't die, right? And he somehow has the strength to kung fu fight the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Save the crew, save his friends, right? He knocks out the bad guy. He thinks he wins. The crew escapes. Again, no sharks.
No sharks.
Right? And they get back to where Bruce Willis was in Armageddon. Right? Get back on Right? And this is where the double cross is revealed. We get the token black guy who is extremely token in this movie. Says all the stereotype things. He goes, I remember from the last time I got a survival pack.
Oh
It's like,
man.
wow.
Yeah.
Can you be any more? Oh, well, why'd we do that, man? We got to go
Hey,
the other
what's
way.
up? Hey, what up?
Jesus Christ. We're doing that not to be
Oh, that
insulting to
is
the
whack.
character. We're saying it because we're mad at the studio, folks. So this is where mercenaries
Sure.
hired by Sigourney Weaver.
That's right.
Driscoll. Um, come in to not kill. Are they killing people? I don't know what they're doing, but they're taking over the station.
They're certainly just
And
watching as they get their asses kicked.
they're just watching.
They have
Go ahead.
guns. They all have guns.
They're trained killers. They're mercenaries, hence the word.
They all have guns, and I don't think any of them went off at
Oh,
this
they
whole
did.
thing.
No,
Yeah,
they did.
did they? Maybe a
Yeah,
few.
no, they did. Yeah, they did.
That token
didn't hit
black
anybody.
guy, he had Curtis, I think is his name. He had a gun in his survival bag the entire time, and he
He had
chose
a-
to go
yeah.
with the mace first
And a stun gun.
and a stun gun. Oh my God,
He just didn't have a gun, Eric. He had a Desert Eagle. You know that handgun that
that's a
goes
hand
boom?
cannon, buddy. Yeah,
Yeah. Like he was big.
get the deagle
And
out.
and the Megs, right? The family, the threesome of the swinger Megs escape the trench too.
Mhm.
And this is where all hell breaks loose, where Jess is revealing that she's going to get promoted now. And we find out that the bad guy's actually her lover, her boyfriend. I don't know.
Yes.
Flavor of the week. And she sees a Meg flying by, and he gets a little creeped out, the bad guy, and she taps on the glass and goes, don't worry, this is Meg proof. For the next scene, the Meg to break the glass and eat her because Megs have
Again, there's the thing.
vengeance.
These Megs can bust through selectively, depending on the director, what they
You know-
want them to. Also, the guy, okay, so the whole room is just getting rushed with water, and Montez is able to outrun the water and close the door
Yes.
behind him.
And come out just a little wet.
Yep.
Hmm?
Yep. Okay.
So one of the issues that I have about this movie is I'm trying to, again, suspend my disbelief, but why I like Jaws, the first one, so much compared to something like this is because, yes, it's a fantastical movie, but it was done differently, blah, blah, blah. We can talk about how wonderful that movie is later. However, though, these are prehistoric sharks. They don't know people. They don't know these things. They're just killing machines. To just circle a thing and just bite glass to eat, like you said, a half a peanut. It's completely stupid. That's not what these things would do. It's pissing me off. So then Jason Statham and company gets a bright idea. Hey, these things are attracted to sound. Let's get on an inflatable raft and let's pedal. Let's just row it.
Let's just
Let's just row it.
don't
And then
wanna
the
attract
bad guy,
attention there.
right. And the bad guys come after them. And of course, what'd you say, Montez? Is that his name? And he's just like, he's screaming at him, turn off the engines. And they're like, oh, okay. And they all get devoured by the Meg.
One
Classic.
bite, yeah.
Now, the Meg devours them. And as soon as the Meg devours them, probably 50 yards away, they turn on the propeller and then they go to Funland.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, they do.
And the Megs follow them there. 3 Megs follow. And it is a Chinese resort. You said that this movie was a Chinese movie. Could you not turn off subtitles in this?
Well, do you speak Chinese, Jordan?
No, what I'm saying is that even for the English parts, like it stayed on the entire time. And when I would click subtitles, it would anytime that they were speaking anything, there were subtitles.
No, I was able to watch it as intended, I guess. And yes, this movie was produced. Is that what it is? Yes, production company. The main one was CMC, China Media Capital.
I fear that's what that was. I saw that. It was China something. So Funland is a place that Sandals is built off of, right? It's a very expensive resort. The director made the choice to show us how horrible everybody is. The fat businessman with his big beer gut hitting on Asian women. Why not? The idiot woman with her dog. Why not? We're hitting the tropes. Here we are.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, just nonsense. So the three Megs are coming to Funland, and this is where we get that scene that I was talking about. That's in the trailer, right? These Megs are devouring people. There's a scene where you're inside the Meg's mouth, and it opens it up, and there's literally a pool of people screaming, "Ah!" Why it devours more people.
This
It's
is
cool,
this is what I wanted to see, man. I wanted to see
right?
shark on the beach going to town.
Right. Where was this the whole movie?
Oh, by the way, as they were riding to Fun Island, that's when Jason Statham, right? They have explosives that they found from the sub, or
Correct.
from I think it's the sub, and then uh, he took to make it Jason Statham, Jonas, excuse me, took what metal poles and then cut them on a 45-degree angle, so they're kind of like a very very large syringe now, or like a just a spear that he can use, and they duct tape these explosives to these
Mm-hmm,
poles that they're just
mm-hmm,
gonna throw and jab at these sharks, which
mm-hmm,
is
mm-hmm.
confusing to me. I would imagine that these things are impact triggering, and here they are hitting waves. Here he's got them strapped to his back, and he's just
Mm-hmm.
doing flips, a barrel roll on the jet ski. They don't blow up then. They only blow up when they hit shark.
I found it laughable too when he was on the jet ski and he looked in the water and he saw the Meg's mouth was opening up, so he moved to the left.
Greatest weakness of a shark there.
Do you know how fast that thing is going?
The jet
Like you
ski or
don't
the shark?
the shark, you do not have a reaction. You go, oh, left. No, oh god.
Yeah.
So the movie forgets that it's a shark movie again, and we're back on land with the snappers because the snappers have escaped. And they've
Sure.
also swam to Fun Island, and now they're eating people because that's what they do, and the mercenaries
Yeah.
get killed.
Mercenaries are there, and for some reason, Hillary Driscoll thought, "Oh, screw this! Get my helicopter. I'm just gonna go there myself." What are you
Right,
gonna do?
right, because it's for us audience people that are actually into the movie, which is
Sure.
nobody. When she gets it, she gets dragged away. Everybody's like, "Yeah, yeah," And there's a giant octopus with just tentacles everywhere, and nobody decides to leave the floating wooden raft thing that this thing is surrounded on and go to land. Everybody just stands there in circles. Oh, oh, oh.
They all deserve to die, Jordan. I said that out loud. Is like because they heard gunshots or heard something, and they in their first instinct, a group of people was to run to the water.
Right.
Oh my
Where
goodness.
right where a man was speaking Mandarin to these Chinese people
Go back
who
to like
also
the
speak
hotel
Mandarin
or something. Yeah.
and say shark, shark. Right, where's the hotel on this island? It doesn't matter.
Oh god, this movie.
Where's the police? What's going on? How close is this to mainland? It don't matter.
And what there was, the snappers come out. Obviously, there's a lot of things. They are able to just find explosives wherever they want to, right? Because there's
Well,
another
did they?
part in
Yeah.
this, in where was it fertilizer?
They found like some fertilizer thing, and they're like, we can make explosives out of
We
this.
can make a bomb out of fertilizer.
Right.
I don't understand, because they blow up that building,
Yes.
and it just seemed like such a simple, like, boom, not a kaboom, just like a little boom. Just like, well, if you're gonna make a bomb out of that stuff, then okay, go ahead.
So
It just
also,
seems so weird.
the CEO of Mano One is John McClane. Just he cannot die. This guy is being thrown out of helicopters. This guy is getting picked up by octopus tentacles. This guy is literally facing the beak of the tentacle, the beak of the
Oh yeah, that's
octopus. I'm
right.
sorry, it was right there. This guy just won't die. And of course, the movie ends with Jason Statham stabbing the Lady Meg in the mouth with what was it with the wooden pier thing.
Sure.
And,
Oh
and of
yeah.
course, right. And of course, the movie ends with, "I wonder if the mate was successful."
Oh
That's
yeah.
not how that works. They
And with
just
them on
made
a
it like an hour ago.
then with them on a beach having drinks, being like, "Oh, just another day. I can't believe we did it." Hey
That
boss, do
that
you want me to come back to work tomorrow?
what happened to
uh,
the Meg? What happened to the Meg? What happened to because the female Meg, uh,
high key.
she was in shallow water. So do they just let it sit there and decay? We're worried about it being pregnant. It's
Yeah, it's a lot. It's
it's a lot. It's a
it's a
lot to
lot.
digest.
And
It's a
they
lot.
say, oh, it's better not to think about it.
So popcorn rating time. Um, is this a no bag or is it a bag of
Oh, it's
kernels?
a bag of kernels. I'm not going to recommend this movie to anybody. Listen, I can understand the fun of watching Meg or the Meg and Meg 2 here. These are movies that you just sit around with some friends, you have some drinks or whatever you're going to be doing on, and you dog on this movie. This is a movie that you don't need to pay attention to because if you did, you're just going to you're going to hurt yourself. And you don't need to hurt yourself with asking these questions like we do, Jordan. It's too much. This movie is meant to be dogged on. This is a mystery science theater type movie, and it's just that's what it is. It is a $130 million sci-fi channel movie. That's flat out what it is. Did it make its money back? You betcha it did. It made a lot of its money back, and so I would imagine that they're going to get a third one because that's just how that works. For the Glory of China should have been the subtitle of this movie. Because
Sorry, sorry, that was good.
it seemed like what a lot of this was, where it's just uh, the CMC pictures saw Jurassic World, saw Fast and Furious, and said we can do both of those.
With a shark that's not even in the movie. Um,
But
this is
listen, this is a bad movie. I'm not going to recommend it to anybody, but I can understand the entertainment and why it does so well. Of course, I do Fast and Furious for the same reason to hate watch and just kind of be like, what the hell? But I don't recommend any of those movies to anybody.
but you never gave those movies a bag of kernels. So what pushed you over the edge? This is history for Movie Guys podcast.
Those movies, it took what, like maybe four for them to get really, really dumb ridiculous. This movie took what, 4 minutes? Out of the
Okay.
first one to get stupid silly out of this. There was at least an attempt, but this also Fast and Furious was not based off of a book or a novella. This is based off of a series of books that I'm sure you can get for $2.50 as a paperback on Amazon. It's this is every teenage boy's kind of dream is this type of movie. I think I liked Fast and Furious at least that just because it's aware of what it is. The movie is breaking fourth wall now, and the characters are making fun of themselves. Whereas in this movie, it's taking itself seriously still.
I don't know. Is it? I mean, like some of these, are they taking themselves seriously?
Yeah, I
You
think
think
Jason
so?
Statham is in this thinking, that he's being pretty serious in this movie. I think everyone is in here is trying to like throw in a quick sentence or two to throw some science in areas. Why this little girl in this movie? I'm so close to swearing and dropping f bombs here. Why? Who?
Come on, get it out.
Where? I don't even know where to start. But like, who the hell is this flipping girl. Why is she living
She's
in this base at Mana One in the first place? Where the
her parents died in the first movie, and the CEO of Man 01 has custody over her.
No, I get that. Again, you are running $1 billion company here, and you don't think that, oh, well, maybe we should send her to like a school on the mainland. You think, no, I have a great idea. Let's bring her to our research facility here, next to a whole bunch of megalodons. But the other part too, that Meg being in that little pool that they have there too, and then they have that convenient Meg-sized hole in their facility as well too for it to escape. I just don't understand. Oh yeah, and like her only punishment is to get a side eye and be like, "Oh well, you better not do it again," type of thing. Shame on you. It's just
Right.
like, and she's able to just, I don't know, survive where everything. The movies like this where they have to include a kid, it just like what's the Godzilla movies that we did? The King of the Monsters.
Right.
Kind
The one with
Millie
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 Bobby
Bobby
Brown.
Brown, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
but and she did the thing. She did the thing, Jordan, where she went up to the glass and she put her hand on the glass, and the Meg came up, and they had a moment. They did the thing.
For no reason, because there's no moment. This is a killing machine.
Yeah, that bothers the heck out of me. Yeah, I'll tell you what. If Fast and Furious ever had a moment where little B went up and touched a car like that, then I might be complaining about the same part. But no, it doesn't. It doesn't do that because that movie knows it's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
This one
Oh.
again is trying to, I don't know. Good for you, China, for saving the world.
That's what they want us to think, right? I mean, yeah. Eric, we don't always agree, but this is definitely a bag of kernels. This is really bad.
It's a really
I
bad
bring it
movie.
up. I bring it up, and I'm sorry. I do have to bring this up to you because it was my famous bag of kernels moment. Is this worse than Halloween Ends? Because that was a bag of kernels.
Yes.
Is
You're also the helicopter's out of fuel. What? You flew all the way there on an empty tank of gas? Did you just leave it running? And it just and there's a pump. It just there you go. It takes some standard petrol over there. Just go ahead and fill her up. Oh, by the way, you don't have to wait for it. It takes seconds to fill that sucker up. By the way,
it
too.
wasn't even filled. It wasn't filled. They're like, we're out of gas, and it takes 5 seconds for them to get it. Hey, look, yeah. So popcorn rating for me, yeah, definitely. This is a bag of
It's
kernels.
a bad movie, man.
This is a bad movie. I was waiting for Eric to eventually give a movie a bag of kernels. He finally did it after all these years.
I
I'm
think
proud
that
of you.
again, my theory was that we did this movie is because you wanted to get that finally. You wanted the bag of
No,
kernels, and here we are.
no, because you and I didn't give the last one a bag of kernels. We gave it actually a small, but
Oh, the Pet Cemetery.
no Meg
Oh,
one.
Meg one. I think about the previous movie that we did. Yeah.
No, I just we gave that one a small bag. I gave well anyway. Yeah, that's right. Pet Cemetery. I gave that one a bag of kernels. I this was a new movie that finally came out on HBO Max. We needed to see something new. Here we are. We reviewed the first one. We're nothing but completionists.
That yeah, exactly. That first one, I understand that it's not a good movie either. But we was capitalizing kind of off of those monster movies, and I thought that was just going to be it, a monster movie,
It was not.
a la Sharknado or something that we have done before. Where okay, I understand that this is fun, but now it's getting to a point where it's okay. I can understand the fun of this, but jeez, it's like I remember as a kid playing in the playground, and you're trying to play whatever game that you want, or your little make believe on the jungle gyms and slides here.
Sure.
And then there's that one kid who's just kind of keeps on making up stuff over and over. It's like, what? Okay, stop. You ever try to play Cowboys and Indians or something like that, and you shoot the guy, and they go, no, force field, force field.
Force field. You
Force
can't.
field.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this movie is. This movie's that kid who always puts up force field when you fake shoot him.
Yeah.
It's but again, I feel like it's kind of silly and dumb enough to where you could still have a lot of fun with this movie. I'm not trying to say that it's completely soured my part of that, but this movie belongs on Sci-Fi Channel, man. Like
This
it,
movie's bad.
this movie is going to be played in about 5 years on FX at 3 o'clock in the morning with commercial interruption, brought to you by Grubhub.
Yeah,
That's
I would agree.
that's where I see this movie is living in, yeah, some basic movie channel hell that is getting played like that.
I'm so sorry that I made you see this.
That's fine. It's
I'm so sorry.
I think this actually might work out in the benefit in the long run, Jordan. Because there's gonna be like that conversation that I'm gonna have years later, whether it be like a bar trivia or someone's bringing up and just like, oh, Meg 2. It's like, hey, yeah, I've seen that movie. It's like, of course you have. Of
Oh, I
course
see
you
that
have.
movie.
Well, but the other part of it too is looking at the book series. We we got a lot more to come.
I do like Night Stalker. That's a good one for this.
Oh man. Okay, so I was reading about Primal Waters here, and apparently, it takes place 18 years after the events of the previous novel, where Jonas Taylor is now living in Florida with his wife and 2 children,
He's a wife now.
and he's overwhelmed by past due bills of his rebellious teenage daughter, and he's suffering from a midlife crisis. He
What does this
accept,
have to do with the giant shark? Go ahead.
he accepts a job as a consultant from a Hollywood television producer on a top-rated reality series, Daredevils, providing his
Okay.
expert commentary on a contest being held where else, Jordan? The South
The
Pacific
trench.
Ocean.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Where's the shark?
yeah, I guess that's what happens. He goes into the water, and where they're having this contest is actually in the feeding zones of the Meg. Yeah.
So the
Eh,
whole world knows that the Megs exist, and they're okay with that. And the Megs are completely not destroying the food supply of marine life. Like that's not happening.
yeah. This is
Gotcha.
kind of want to see how that works.
It's gonna happen. You know this is gonna be the plot of the third movie. It's gonna be like 5 years later, and he has a son and he has a daughter and a wife we didn't know
Well, who
about.
knows? Again, they have a prequel about this, and
Origins, yes,
yeah,
origins.
they have that. Oh, Hell's Aquarium is the other one. Is
Is that where
Jonas?
they're?
I don't think Jonas is involved in this one.
Oh, really? They're not going to take their star. Okay.
Though apparently, it's his 20-year-old son, 21-year-old son, David, is the
Oh,
handler of some megalodons in this one.
oh my God, they're being so original, just like it was Brody's sons that were in the third movie of Jaws and SeaWorld.
Oh, my bad. Jonas is involved in this, and he gets involved because his son is involved.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
it. That's a quick read, live on air. I'm sure I probably screwed some of that plot up. I'm sure all 2 of the fans of the book series are listening in right now.
I can't wait to go to some like church thrift store like 20 years in the future and see these books for a quarter. That's exactly where they belong. So, wow. Well, hey, we seen it. We are completionists. We are going to watch Meg 3. Eric, you know we are,
Oh yeah.
right? We're going to do it. Thank you, HBO Max, for wasting our time. But thank you so much for downloading. And check us out at Movie Guys Podcast at podbe.com or wherever you get your podcast from. We are on. Eric, thank you so much for joining me. And we'll be back next week for another awesome episode. Have a good night. I went, what's up? Bad day. Pizza and ice cream. What? We're getting pizza and ice cream. And I'm like, sweetie, you're not gonna pizza and ice cream. Like,
Hey,
all right,
sometimes those days come through.
right. Another thing.